let's get into the Vanilla Mace situation. Let's get into this is the last little bit. And this one pisses me off because everyone that is mad at this situation, everyone that is giving Cutie shit for this, I've been reading on this. I work at night, right? I work at night. So I have all the time in the world. I have the time of an unemployed person at work, especially on the weekends because we don't do shit on the weekends. I spent all night looking at this shit. And every every post that I saw on Twitter of anyone coming at Cutie nobody said shit about Mizkiff. Why is that important? Because the shit that they're coming at her for is they're accusing her of spreading hate when I haven't seen I think the majority of them. I have not seen any of them talk about the Mizkiff and Emiru situation when that's actual domestic abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. Bro, okay, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Okay, QT Cinderella deleted VOD, 13 minutes. Massive QT Cinderella drama. I mean, bro, like I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like these channels. And not that I don't like them. I don't like the unreputable channels because like the last one that we just watched, bro had such bad context. I think it's okay to watch a 13-minute video.
Bye.
They're being so annoying.
This is the straight from the VOD, bro. This is straight from the VOD. So they basically on this stream I'm sorry. I am unemployed. Mentally I am unemployed. Physically I am employed, but mentally I am unemployed. They just finished playing RV There Yet. They were having a whole stream playing RV There Yet, and then the stream was about to end. People in chat were kind of rage baiting Cutie because they were like, "Oh, you spread all this hate because you hang out with the Phase boys and all this and that. They spread their homophobic takes and racist takes." All right.
Earlier too. They just like be going on
What are they saying, Vanilla?
That about the homophobic jokes. They're like, but then you just if you still hang out with someone like that, then you
Why
just
is the quality so shit. Hold up. Quality is. Oh my god, the quality is horrible.
support it.
No. So this is what I'm gonna describe, okay? And you guys can
Okay.
believe what you can believe.
I know, like I want
Okay.
like explain it. I want you to like explain it better.
I'm gonna explain.
These are. She's been making hella streams with these two girls. Hella streams. I don't know what, because they're streamer friends. Streamer friends doesn't mean that they are your friends, but she's been making a lot of streams with them. So I would assume that they're friends, right?
You guys can believe what you want to believe. I understand, but you're not allowed to coach me and say like that's not right. That's not what you like. Just because I don't act the same way you act, you're not allowed to like coach me through that. Because at the end of the day, I am somebody that's like, bitch, I'm an ally. Like
Okay, and I think that's important right there. Just because I don't act the way that you want me to act does not mean I don't stand for the things you believe in. And I think that's very important. I think that's super important.
And I know
I am
where
not
I'm at.
homophobic.
That's
Everybody
where it's like, and I know
knows
where
I'm
I'm
not
at.
homophobic. It doesn't matter who I talk to. Like the thing is
Yeah.
like I was raised in a very religious family. Unfortunately, there are people in my family that are racist. There are people in my family that are bigoted. There are people in my family that are homophobic. There's people in my family that are transphobic. Like, but I still love my family, right? And I still know that there are that members of my family have good qualities.
Yo, the fucking
They
oh my
have
god,
good
the bit right here
qualities.
is so ass.
And what's most important to get people to love other people is to love them. Fighting hate with hate will never get anything
Facts. Oh my god, facts. Oh my
anywhere.
god, facts.
If I were to say to someone who's homophobic, go fuck yourself, you homophobic prick, yes, I told them what they deserve. However,
you're not changing shit. If anything, you're creating more of a problem and more of a you're splitting up people more. And I don't think that's good.
aren't ever gonna feel accepting. They're never gonna learn how to be accepting.
Such
Like,
big
do you
facts.
understand that if you just write people off because they believe different things than you, they're never going to be exposed to why it's good to be around
Facts.
people that don't think like you, right?
But you see how like they're not agreeing with her. You see how like no one's agreeing with her. You see how like they aren't saying shit.
No,
Like
I see
had
that.
so my step my step
I see that.
my stepbrother is trans,
Mhm.
and my
Mhm.
dad refuses to use the correct pronouns.
And does yeah,
Mm.
right.
Mm.
And he doesn't understand that he he doesn't understand why it's so important, right? And it drives me
Mhm.
crazy, and it
Mhm.
drives my stepbrother crazy, of course.
Mhm.
But I've had to say to my dad, you know, it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you to say the correct pronouns, but it does hurt him when you say the wrong ones.
Right. Right.
And
You know what's crazy? Like she's saying all of this, right? You see, she's saying all of this. Tell me why she's getting bombarded by hate, saying that she's mad homophobic and mad like racist and mad all of this shit. Like she's saying the right things. She's saying the right things to like these people's audience, but like
you know what the difference
the hate online is insane.
is I'm able to have this conversation with my dad because I'm open-minded and we love each other. My stepbrother just says fuck off and won't
Mhm.
talk to my dad. So there's no progress being made.
Facts. Oh my god.
And so
facts.
you can believe what you want. You guys can be you can say that. You can say to me, "No, you're supporting it." I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that. I'm not. I don't support it. Period. The end. But I still love my dad and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow. But I don't support that. The world is not as black as white as everyone thinks.
Oh my
Like,
god,
you
oh
guys,
my god, she's taking words right out of my head. Bro, I say that about everything. The world is not black and white. I fucking hate when people are like, no, you gotta be either left or you gotta be right. You gotta be either wrong or you're gonna be right. Bro, yo, I hate it. I hate, yo, and that's why I was so pissed off because with the whole Hassan situation, I'm like, all right, well, you know what? Like, that's open ended. You don't know. You don't know. It is what it is. You can have your opinion. It doesn't matter. Like, it is, you have your own opinion with that one. The whole Mizkif and Emiru situation, you know who's right. You know who's right. You see the evidence. You see what's wrong with the situation. All right, cool, easy and done with. You look at this situation and you're like, okay, she seems right. Like she's spitting facts, right? She's spitting facts. Why is she getting bombarded by fucking hate?
you can't fight hate with hate. It doesn't get you anywhere. It literally does not get you anywhere. Like, it's so important to, like, as someone who's very open-minded, to be around closed-minded people and show them that it's okay to be open-minded is actually one of the most important things you can do, like, as a human. It really is. But
You see how like they're not agreeing? Like they are just not agreeing with her.
I get it. You guys can think what you think. I'm not going to change, though. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I will never believe that if I'm
That's what she says yes to. Like, yeah, we're different. We think differently than you.
kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you guys say, I won't believe it. Because
Big facts.
at the
Big
end of the
facts.
day,
Big facts.
if I'm around a racist person, I'm just not racist. I'm not. Me, I am not. They are, yes. But how am I supposed to help them ever?
Exactly. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is facts.
By cutting them off? No.
But they're not agree. Yo, they are not agree. And that's what pisses me off. I'm racist. Well, good thing. Yo, Alexis, you know what? Me too. Me too, Alexis. Yo, and this is what pisses me off. I'm gonna be so fair with you. They're not agreeing with her. But you know why this makes me mad? And I'm gonna bring something up, Kitty. I'm gonna be not to put you into the spotlight. But this is the situation that happened on stream, and I'm gonna deal with things the way I want to deal with them, right? And let's say it wasn't just you. You were very, you know, it was less you and more. What was his name? Noir. Bro, remember there was someone on my stream that came over here and was speaking. They were being racist. Blatantly, they were being racist. They were like, you know, those people, those monkeys type shit, right? I look at them and I'm not gonna ban you. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna ban you for that. I'm gonna time you out. I'm gonna talk to you and I'll be like, hey, that's not really the nice thing to do. That's not what we support here. That's not what we're gonna do. Obviously, like, you know, I'll make jokes. You guys can make jokes about me. We'll make stupid out of context jokes. But you're not gonna sit down and blatantly tell me here those people are monkeys. All this and that. And expect me to like not retaliate. But what I'm not gonna do is kick you out of my stream. because I remember when that whole situation happened. I remember that Noir and I'm gonna say specifically Noir was calling her a whore. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Hola, soy Dora. Hola, soy Dora. No, I was calling this woman a whore. He was like, get out of here, you stupid bitch. All this, and that. I could say whatever the fuck I want to say, going crazy at this woman, right? And I don't agree with that. I'm gonna be so honest with you. I do not agree with that. I don't give a fuck if you don't have the same. I don't give a fuck if you're telling me to kick out a racist person from this chat. I'm not gonna do it. You know why? Because just because we don't agree with them does not mean. I feel like they are asking for help. I feel like they are calling for help. And you think by me kicking them out of this chat is gonna solve the situation? It's not. It genuinely isn't. I'm gonna give you a chance to prove yourself. I'm gonna give you a chance to better yourself in this community. But I'm not gonna kick you out. I think that's stupid. Why would I do that? It changes nothing. If I can help you understand why you're in the wrong way of thinking, I'll definitely give you a chance. And honestly, that does way more work. That helps out way more than me being like, oh, you don't think the way I think? You're being racist? You're being homophobic? Well, you know what? You're getting kicked out. That's so stupid. That's why Dom's the best. Motherfucker, I'm an adult. That's why I'm so confused as to why I go online. And even these people right here, these streamers, yo, QT is spitting. Yo, bro, this shit pissed me off so much. You have no idea. You have no idea, because I'm starting to realize that not everybody out here is grown. Oh my fucking God, bro. Like these are grown people. She's spitting facts, and they are just looking at her like she's stupid. Oh my God, bro. I am so confused.
Like,
No, yo, they're just letting her. Yo, no, bro. No. Oh my God, they're pissing me off. I need my Ashwas. I need my Ashwas.
I get it. You guys can think in black and white, but that's not how it works over here.
It isn't how it works.
That's not how it works for me.
It isn't how it works.
Period.
Sorry for
That's
the
the thing. I feel like it's the
spiel.
no. Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's like, again, it's like one of those things where it's like, dang,
They
like,
never agree. Yo, bro.
it is like a fucking hard thing, because again, like, there's definitely people in my family as well that like are fucking like pretty Trumpy, and like in my extended family and shit.
I have people in my family that are they have different ideas. I'm not gonna cut you off because you got different ideas than me. I'm not gonna cut you off because you're my friend and you got different ideas than me. I want to understand why you think like that. I want to understand why we're different. And if anything, I want to make you understand why I think the way I think. You could try it too, but it's not gonna work.
And I grew up around a lot of that too, where just hearing remarks and them saying things about just like people that were not fucking just white straight people, and me kind of being like, what the fuck, like, like quite literally, what the fuck. And like, it's almost like a thing where it's like, again, and this is like not really like my direct family, so it's like one of those things where it's like, okay, I don't really see them like that anyway, so it's like, what the fuck am I gonna do, like blow up the dinner table right now, like, type shit. It's
exactly.
just like, it's like when I feel like when it comes to like real life, like, obviously if it's somebody, if I found out that like somebody who is like a really fucking good friend of mine, whatever, like, I mean, but that's also the thing too. I'm like, people that are,
They look like they have zero brain cells. They're not saying shit. And the thing is that I don't want to say that they have zero brain cells. I know exactly what it is. They are scared. They are scared of they are scared of what they are like. It's not that they don't know. They don't want to say anything because they're scared of their communities. If you go on Twitter and you see everything that's going on with the situation, yo, their communities, I think Vanilla's community went insane. Insane, bro. I don't think it's the fact that they guys are brain cells. I think it's the fact that they were scared of saying what anything. They were scared of saying the wrong shit. I grew up around a lot of racism, but I'm not like that. I understand and I respect our differences, and I appreciate everyone for who they are. Everyone's got their own problems, responsibilities, and priorities. Hating someone for something they were just born with is plain stupid, right? So if you think in a racist way, if you think in a racist, horrible way, to me that screams for a cry of help, like for a cry for help. You weren't raised the right way. Maybe you weren't. I'm not gonna cut you off. I feel like, why not talk about it? Like, explain to me why you ended up thinking like the way you did.
really good friends of mine that I keep close to me, I already know where their head's at. Like I feel like I already know where their head's at. Like when it comes to like people that, so I'm like that's not really something I have to worry about anyway. But I feel like what kills me the most is I feel like the people in chat will be getting so mad, and I'm like, y'all be acting like some of y'all family members, brothers, sister, like.
Isn't it crazy like how that she's low key agreeing with her in this situation? Isn't it crazy that she's kind of like agreeing with QT? I'm gonna show you something right after
Other
this.
people that you have like fucking boyfriends, your boyfriend's friends, like will make like. This is what kills me is that these same people will be in a room with their fucking like loser ass boyfriend, and then their boyfriend's brothers or fucking just, like friends or something will make a gay joke or something, and you'll sit there
Yeah.
like this. You'll sit there like that, and then as soon as someone online isn't like literally like standing, like screaming at the roof of their fucking like, and then everyone's like, oh god, they're the worst.
Okay, well, right
So-
now she's just kind of saying the same shit that QT's saying, which is crazy that she's agreeing with her because wait till to see what I put on later.
My brother
His
is
feelings
allowed
are
to
valid.
do that.
Absolutely.
He is so allowed to be pissed at my dad, and clearly like my dad is very hurtful when he uses the wrong pronouns. It makes me sad, right? It makes me very, very sad, and that's totally fine that that's his boundary. However, I simply believe that I can coach
You kinda look like him. Like who? Like who, Eric? Like who? That's a woman, Eric.
people into love, and I know that's fucking insane of me to say, but I do think I can get my dad to not be transphobic eventually. I believe
But that's
that.
the thing, and it's
I just
happened.
believe it.
Like there are so many
Womp
stories of
womp.
people out there being like quite literally being like, oh, I quite literally was fucking racist, or I was homophobic, or I was XYZ, whatever, transphobic, and then they literally are like, and then I met someone who either was one of these or something like that, and then like you see these people, and then I feel like people like I'll see videos of shit like that, and then people be like, wow, people can change, that's so amazing, and then it's like, but it took other people around them
Yeah.
to make.
Because change isn't instant. Change is not instant. You're not gonna see change overnight. Like that's what I find crazy that these people want people to think like them, like this. Bro, you need a support
Make
system to
that
help people understand how you feel, how you are as a person. You know,
Change.
things that can affect
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it
cutting
took.
people off, like fighting people is like it just separates people more. Like if you say
It's so crazy
you're
that
so
she's agreeing
stupid,
with.
why do you
It's so crazy that she's agreeing with her in this video.
believe in that, compared to saying, huh, why do you believe in that? And genuinely having a conversation about it. Like I
Like quite
understand.
literally
I'm gonna
why.
skip
Like
a little. I'm gonna
let's
skip a little
talk.
bit ahead because
I'm not.
I think there's a part where she gets like QT gets really mad from someone in chat.
I'm not. I'm not. You
Yeah.
can't. You guys. You simply cannot tell me what I am. You can't. And
Yeah.
you haven't watched me long enough. If you think you can, because like I know what I am, and I'm also very open to opinions, but I'm not
Mhm.
open to bullying of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
Even if that's high roading, I'm not open to that.
Mhm.
It doesn't. It's not helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's never been helpful.
Yeah.
It's like telling someone they suck because they're racist, and these are on so different terms. Like racist people telling someone they suck because of skin color is obviously worse, but like all we're doing is telling people they suck. Why are we come on, let's gotta like
There's no solution in that. There's literally no solution in that.
gotta figure this out.
And that's
You've
the
gotta
thing too.
figure it out.
It literally like I'm the first person to like be like, what the fuck? Like so to like sit back and like think about it from that different perspective, like quite literally is making me think too, because I am like the first person
She's so fake, bro. Oh my god, I'm so bro. I am so sorry. Hold up.
I don't know.
you know what?
Wow.
That's our yap for the day. Sorry about
Sorry,
that.
I'm like,
Way to
well,
go, guys. Way to go. That was good for me, guys. Sorry, I was just
And
sitting
Katie,
back
what do you
observing.
think?
Bro,
Katie
I'm-
just sitting
I'm
back.
just-
It
Sorry,
ended
Katie.
well.
No, you-
Oh
Okay,
my.
guys, it's just not helpful. It's not helpful for jokes suck. I've never said I like jokes. That's the funny thing. I've never said that I like. Sorry, by loving people, and I know that's naive sometimes, but
right.
Okay, well,
ready, Chris?
regardless, what womp womp. Fuck you, Eric. You piece of shit. I'm joking, Eric. I love you, man. Okay. So you see this, right? Look at the comments. But homophobia and racism aren't opinions, like fundamental things. But people are coming crazy. She blames Katie and Vanilla chats, but she created this toxic situation. Mad crazy. Vanilla and Katie did absolutely nothing. Got dragged into it, then blackballed. Cutie is so privileged. 2 minutes in, and I agree with Cutie. I have failed. I've tried. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, all this shit. So the reason I'm saying that Vanilla's fake as fuck. Fake as fuck.
Simply didn't agree with it. I was uncomfortable. Obviously, as you could see in the clips. You know who I am. You know what I stand for. If you're someone who's been watching me, then you already fucking know. If you're a first-time fucking chatter...
Are we watching? Did we watch the same video? No, because I know we were all watching it together, right? We all watched the same video, right?
And you're just joining off of clips that you've seen on TikTok and you don't know shit about me or fucking shit about shit, then of course I'm gonna assume that you're just gonna make the assumptions that you're going to make.
Well, I mean, I watched the whole video, so it wasn't just clips.
But people who know me and know my character and know what the fuck I stand for know how I'm gonna go about this. So I am simply stepping back from everything, everyone, gonna touch a little grass.
Oh, that was it. That was it. Yo, I am so people are going crazy on Twitter right now. Vanilla getting backlash because she agreed with things she knows she is against. Mad Vanilla made Vanilla look weak. Yo, bro, it's so. The thing that really explained the situation, I'm lost. Well, you came in because you came in at the end, Eric. Okay, actually, it's even better. Love drama. Oz10, what's good? What's up, my guy? I'll be doing great. Thank you for being here, my dude. Well, I'm glad that you love drama, but we kind of went through a lot of it. We talked about the Hassan and his dog situation. We talked about Emiru and Miskiff situation, so that's out the way. Right now, we're on the last little piece, which is the QT Cinderella Vanillamace situation, and we're kind of midway through that. But hey, man, appreciate you for being here. Thank you. I'm giving my thoughts on this because this is more of a gray area. The Miskiff and Emiru situation, black and white, like that. Boom. Because that's kind of more like, I'm late. Man, you're good, bro. You're good. But I hope you're doing good, man. The whole Hassan and his dog situation. Hey, quick take. That was a quick take. Easy. Emiru and Miskiff. That one was already kind of like, I see the mistreatment. I see it right there. There's a clip right there. There's another clip right there. I see the mistreatment. Go ahead and stream and redo it. No, I can't do that. No. Anyways, if you want like a quick TLDR, everyone is releasing their drama nukes on Miskiff. Oh, that's hilarious. Basically, I think I can explain it better than this, dude. I'm gonna be so fair with you.
Who's homophobic? Go for yourself, you homophobic. Yes, I told them what they deserve. However, they're never gonna learn how to be accepting. I'm around a racist person. I'm just not.
Okay, I'm gonna explain it myself. Because. Okay. The whole Cutie and Vanilla situation goes like this. Someone told Cutie that she is homophobic, or she's allowing homophobic and racist people to thrive. They're talking about FaZe Clan. They're talking about FaZe Clan, right? Because she does a lot of content with them. People in chat were coming at, yeah, bro, make the music louder so we can't hear you. Wait, is it loud right now? This is slow as fuck. Literally low as shit. Makes sense. There you go. Okay, so people were basically telling Cutie, they were like, hey, you're homophobic and you're allowing racism to homophobic and racist people to thrive on the internet, right? So Cutie said something like, no, that's not it, and I'm not racist and I'm not homophobic, because I makes sense. What do you mean what? I'm not done explaining yet. Let me explain it. And I got you. I promise you will understand at the end. People were calling Cutie racist and homophobic because she's allowing people that they're saying are racist and homophobic to thrive on the internet, right? Basically, they're saying that she's allowing FaZe Clan by doing so many collab streams with FaZe Clan and like letting them, grow and stuff like that. She's allowing that type of culture to thrive. Because of that, she ended up responding with, no, chat, y'all got subtitles because because nandate bacarayo. What are you saying, Dom? When you can play the song I sent in self promo, much appreciate. I got you, Bucky. Don't worry about it. I'll do it when I get the chance. And then basically because Cutie was seeing this in the chat with Vanillamace and KDB, she was like, no, I'm not racist, I'm not homophobic, and I don't agree with y'all. Like, I don't agree with the chat here, Vanillamace's chat. Sussy Baka, she was like, I don't think we should push people away because they think differently than we do. I know myself, and my chat knows me, and I stand for the right things. But that doesn't mean that just because you think differently, I'm gonna push you away and I'm gonna call you a piece of shit and then I'm gonna block you, right? Poop muncher, a little bit, just a little bit. Only season poop, right? And basically after that, she was giving really good takes actually. She was like, this isn't black and white. I'm not gonna fight hate with hate. I'm gonna fight hate with kindness and love. I agree with that shit too. Ball scratcher, I scratch my own balls, Eric. And after that, basically, she was just basically saying like I fight hate with love. I'm not gonna sit here and push people away because they have different opinion, like different ideals than we do. They were like, oh, you hang out with the phase boys and they're all this, they're all that. But no, like she was saying, like I hang out with them because I want them to be better. I wanna be a good influence for them. And people were like, no, you gotta push these people away because these people are very harmful for our communities and they're very harmful for what we stand for. And she was like, no, I don't care. Like you guys are very like, you guys like to push people away, but you're not gonna get a solution by pushing people away. It's basically what happened. She said this on stream. Stream ended. She was like, oh my god, I said too much, please delete the VOD. I really don't want this out there. She shouldn't have backed on that because now it made her look like kind of like she didn't, like, I don't know. Regardless though, this went crazy on Twitter. Everybody in Vanillamace's thing was kind of Vanillamace's chat, like her community was coming crazy at Cutie, right? Saying like, oh, that makes no sense, like what, I'm back. Kitty! Oh my goodness, we're getting to the end of the drama. We're getting to the end of the drama right now. And basically, a lot of people on Twitter were calling, we're basically telling Cutie, no, because you associate with these people, that means that you're also racist and you're also homophobic and all this and that. And I don't believe that. I genuinely don't believe that. That is insane. You know what I think it is? Because as you could see, associate. Kitty, do you even know what we're talking about? Dom, you work today? I do work today. That's why I started a little earlier today, because I knew I had a lot to talk about, and I know I go to work at 7. It's already 3:41, bro. That's crazy. Yeah, basically all this situation. And you know why I think the way I think? You guys might know this streamer. You guys might not know this streamer. I was playing games. You guys might not know this streamer, but the first streamer I used to watch on Twitch, Pay Money Webby, bro, taught me this perfectly, bro. People will come at you crazy because everyone is going to, bro, and that's why I'm saying, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I don't know where this stream is gonna go. Racist and homophobic? Nah, it's called being based. This motherfucker. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I don't know where this stream is gonna go. But if, lol, how skinny Alex was, OMG. I know, right? She was so fucking skinny. It's crazy. And look how fat Wubby was. Look how fat this man was.
No.
You ready?
No.
You're not ready?
Look how fat
Ready?
he
Three,
was.
No,
He got so
two,
skinny.
One, grab and hold on. Go. Go. Alex, get out. Get out of the house. 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 Get out of the house.
Oh my god, I used to love Webby. I still love Webby, but I mean, it's kind of hard. I watch too many streamers now. I watch too many streamers now for me to just watch Webby. I love it. His gremlin right now. I'm loyal to Webby, you fake ass hoe. Hey, for me to stream, I have to watch everybody. Yo, he was so fat. Oh my god. Read Dom, read slow. His gremlin run. I'm loyal to Webby, you fake ass hoe. I read that correctly. Kitty. And the reason I'm saying what I'm saying is because basically when I first started watching Webby, It was the same shit. It was the same shit. Everybody would go to his community and be like, this motherfucker is a bigoted, racist, homophobic piece of shit. He's a bad person. He says bad jokes. Poo poo pee pee head, small brain, ugly, disgusting. Guess what? I watched him every single week. Every single week I used to put this motherfucker on, and he used to, he used to give. Bro was so open-minded. Bro was so respectful. He was so mature. He was so smart about. Yes, Glaze. I don't give a fuck. Bro, what I realized is that people just love to hate. What we talking about? Kitty, you weren't here for it, bro. We talked about Hassan and his dog collar. We talked about that. We talked about Miss Kiff and Emiru. That's gone too. And right now we're talking about QT getting basically bombarded by hate from Vanillamace's community for basically saying that. So basically Vanillamace has a really big LGBT plus community, and a lot of them didn't like the fact that QT said, I'm not gonna push anybody away with hate. I'm not gonna push anybody that is racist and homophobic away. I'm gonna try and help them. I'm gonna try to help them understand better. And I agree with that. Vanilla who? Vanilla Ice? Yes, Vanilla Ice, the rapper, Kitty. Oh wait, no, that was Oz. Yo, Vanilla Ice. Yes, Oz. It's Vanilla Ice. This is Vanillamace. She became really popular not too long ago. But basically that's the whole situation. And QT basically said, I'm not gonna push you away with hate. I think that causes no solution. If anything, that makes more hate. So I'm not gonna push. If you are a little racist and a little homophobic and you are around me, I'm not gonna kick you out of my friend group. I'm gonna try to help you learn and grow. And I agree with that completely. Because Kitty, if you remember correctly, the whole situation that happened when we had a little bit of racism on this stream, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna ban this person. I want this person to learn better. I agree with this completely. But yeah, no, they're dogging QT on Twitter right now. They are going crazy.
One drop dramatically reduces
Rip
redness
Gojo?
for brighter.
Okay, Gojo was a different situation. Gojo was a whole different. I think Ola was being more than racist, but okay. That's the thing though. If someone comes into my chat and they're like, "Hey," because I remember this is exactly what Ola said, right? Ola was like, how those people get, those monkeys or whatever. I looked at that and I was like, hey, we're not gonna. That's crazy that you said that, but we're not gonna say that here because we're gonna respect these people. I'm not gonna ban you, but I am gonna tell you that that's just wrong. I'm gonna time you out, and if you keep that behavior, that's when you get banned. But I'm not gonna push you away instantly, because that's, again, you fight hate with hate, you're not gonna get anywhere. You're just gonna create separation. I'm gonna try to have you here for a little. If you're interested, I'm gonna tell you how I think and why I think is better. To be honest, she was being weird as fuck. She should have been banned a long time ago. Gojo gets banned for calling a girl N-word, but Ola gets to stay weird. Well, that's the thing though. Gojo did not just call the girl an N-word. Gojo has had many attempts. Gojo was not just you did this one thing, go down to the shadow realm with you. He had a lot of chances. Ola only did, I think, she only said that, I think, if I remember correctly. There's no racism here. I don't feel safe. There's no racism here? I don't feel safe. Not yet. Good. But, yeah. Okay, that's the... Hold up.
To say to someone who's homophobic, go f yourself, you homophobic. Yes, I told them what they deserve.
quality is so
However,
shit.
they're never going to learn how to be accepting. I'm around a racist person.
Facts.
I'm just not racist. They are, yes. But how am I supposed to help them ever? By cutting them off? No.
Recently, QT Cinderella has been under fire for some comments she made while on a stream with Vanillamace and Katie. It's about supporting or being friends with people that are racist, transphobic, or anything that is very negative to a specific community, and also said she wouldn't cut them off but try and coach them into being better. The comments were received so badly that they ended up hiding all of their VODs, and QT
Which is
even
so
threatened to
crazy.
strike
It's
down
so
people who
crazy.
posted
It's
the
so
VODs
insane to me.
anywhere.
And what pisses me, like, this is why I keep, like, I'm sorry I'm harping so much about this. What pisses me off about this is that this woman's community is coming at QT so crazy over this. I've checked their post history. None of them have talked about the Mizkif and Emiru situation. None of them. when it comes to a woman actually being domestically assaulted, sexually assaulted, all of them are quiet, mad quiet, so quiet. But as soon as that, like what a streamer that they don't agree with, like that's saying actually some based ass shit, said what she said, they're like, oh no, we're gonna bombard this bitch. I love my boy Dom, and I don't even care how racist he is. He's still my dog. All right, bro, you got this bitch confused. you pulled the reverse card on me, bitch. This cutie stuff is new to me because it happened just yesterday night, bro.
On any platform. So I just want to say this now. I do not own this VOD. This is not my content. Why don't we dive in with the first thing that was said on the stream?
The homophobic jokes, they're like, but then you just if you
Then-
still hang out with someone like that, then you just support it.
You're not allowed to like coach me through that, because at the end of the day, I am somebody that's like, I'm an ally. Like I was raised in a very religious family. Unfortunately, there are people in my family that are racist.
Okay,
there
we
are
saw
people
this,
in
we
my
saw this,
family
we
that
saw this,
are
we saw this, we
bigoted.
saw this, we saw this.
Ever
Like that is kind of on you.
High school Dom was wild. What the fuck was I doing in high school? Nah. Oh hell nah. Oh hell nah. But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm sorry, but you guys, I'm gonna be for real with you. We have a certain type of relationship, right? You and me. You right there, you and me have a certain type of relationship. What you're not gonna do is tell me how I should think and what I should do. You can give me suggestions. But you are not gonna tell me how I should think and what I should do on some real shit. That's if you're not, if we'll have a conversation about it, we'll talk about it. Like the whole thing with the dog collar earlier, the whole thing, Alexis was like, well, that's not really how that works. Like that's dog training. Like it's just like that's what it is. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I still don't like it, but I mean, it is what it is. Dom, think of me as a carrot. Now eat me. Pause. Ayo times whoa. So square up then, Dom. No, put them hands up. No, don't put the hands up.
In this scenario specifically,
I'm sorry, but like people cater to their audience so much, bro. Like if your audience is very sensitive, and this is why I do not give a fuck. I do not give a fuck about saying certain shit, bro. Like I want my Eric, and you know what? Thank you for making my clips fucking crazy, because I don't want sensitive people here. I'll be so honest with you, because people talk about anything. What is it? I do not want you if you are sensitive. I'm being so honest with you, because I do not want you to ruin the vibes that we have here on some real shit. But I mean, you're still gonna be here. I'm gonna give you the chance that you need to be here. But if you don't like it, you don't. It is what it is. I'm not changing myself for you.
you are trying to rehabilitate somebody whose mind might already be corrupt, and that's a constant thing. They truly do feel like that minorities or any type of person inside the LGBTQ plus should not be accepted. Then you would literally have to challenge them every single second of every single day.
I'm sensitive. You are the least sensitive. Yo, you are a brick. You know that? You know that you are a brick. Like I feel like if I throw something at you, you just deflect it with your own fists. Like I feel like that's how you saw it. Like you may be sensitive, but you won't cry. You'll fight me. Like you'll fight me on the spot.
You can't just accept them into your life and treat them like a normal person.
I'm
and let their
bricked right
bigotry
now?
fly
Me
and
too,
laugh
bro.
about it
We are not talking about physically sensitive.
being like they are just a quirky person, because then at the end of the day you're just allowing somebody to be a bigot and be accepted. That's pretty weird behavior, and a lot of people are actually calling QT out on this point on TikTok.
This situation specifically gets me angry because I've had to deal with this for the last year. You can't just rehabilitate someone by being friends with them. If someone is a racist or a homophobe or a bigot or this and that, and you don't constantly challenge them on it, and you're actively hanging out with them and you're cool with them and you treat them like they're a normal person, which they're not going to get better. They need to be ostracized. They need to feel bad. You can't, oh, buddy, we're good friends. You're my pal. You might be racist, but like, we go way back. You can't do that.
There's a quote. I wanna. You know what? Yeah. I may be a little stupid, but I do know this quote. Came back to burn the village. Came back to burn the village. Quote. There's a village. There's a not village. A quote. The quote you're looking for is, "The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth." I feel like I'm fucking like, am I a pastor right now? Like, bro, Timothy 10:19, New Testament Bible quote: "The child who is not embraced by the village will burn it down to feel its warmth." I'm sorry. I'm gonna go put on my pastor gear on right now on some real shit. Motherfucker, if you reject somebody without understanding why they feel the way they do, that's why counselors are a thing. Because if not, we would be getting rid of everybody that doesn't agree with us. Everybody that's crazy, we would just be putting them on a corner and just leaving them there. If there's someone that doesn't agree with you, you help them understand. You don't ostracize them. You don't push them away. You try to make them see like, hey, buddy, I'm not gonna lie to you. Your way of thinking is a little crazy. Oh, I don't like women. All women are below me. All women are beneath me. Hey, buddy, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's like, let's go out. Let's talk about it. Let's have something to eat. On my treat. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But if I say, actually, no, you're stupid. You're wrong. Get the fuck away from me, you fucking incel. Guess what? That motherfucker stays an incel. And then he goes on and he talks to more people about it. And maybe he goes on and he goes to talks to more people about it. And guess what? It just keeps on going and grows the community. And so I have no idea how where's it at? This is the right way of thinking.
That to someone and expect them to change. You're not challenging these people if you're playing board games with them and going out to dinner and being their friend and just having conversations about sports and games and the weather and how their day was in relationships and this and that.
Yo, people are so, I'm sorry, bro, but like people oh my god, bro. Oh my goodness. The fuck that, wait, hold up. I didn't mean physically sensitive. The fuck that I walked back into, Toasty, we're on the last little piece of drama. We're talking about QT Cinderella now. On some real shit. Well, buddy, wildin'. Yeah, who, me or him? So you want me to get rid of all the times Dom had my back and I had his back? Yes, we both held each other's bare back naked. They want me to disown him because he's racist. Nah. Yeah, Eric, exactly. When I get canceled, Eric, you have to be there for me, bro. Dom, give me some Kirk. I think it's because Cutie mentioned them being a friend. I think that's why she's getting hate. Yes. It's okay to have a friend that doesn't agree with you. I'm going to be so real with you. I'm going to be so honest with you. I am in the military. And when you're in the military, I've realized that I have a lot of friends that are very, how would you say it? To this community, to the community that is talking in the video right now, they're gonna look at them and be like, they are very homophobic, they are very racist and very misogynistic. Guess what? They're still my friends. They are my friends because at the end of the day, we both grew up very differently. I come from a place that is very, very what is it? It's very diverse. It's very diverse. People with so many ideas. Some of these guys have never seen a black person before in their lives. Isn't that crazy? I thought it was crazy when I first heard about it too. Some of these people have grown up in a village or a city or a town that have not had a single black person in there. You're going to tell me you want me to push you away when you don't know anything about that type of lifestyle? Like, I'm not going to do that. That's crazy. I think a dude in the video is wildin'. And I mean, I wouldn't be friends with a racist. I wouldn't care. Because at the end of the day, like, I feel like there's a chance. And if you are still a racist by the time I'm kind of like, you know, we do hang out a couple times and you're like, hey man, you want to go to a rally with me? Nah, yeah, I'd rather not. Yeah, my bad, bro. My bad. I thought I could do it. But hate is learned. But so can love. Was that cheesy to say? Was that a little cheesy? Was that a little cheesy? Oh my goodness, that sounds like heaven. But hate is learned. You don't just become hateful. That don't make sense. Love is learned too. Love is learned. It's like the people around you, like you learn to love them. You love to learn like you could not like them, but you could learn, like, let's say my roommates right here, like my roommates and like over here, I could learn to love them. Like they I don't know them, but I could take my time to learn to make a good strong relationship with them. How could you learn to hate when you never seen a black person? Because okay, so look. The fact that we're living in today's world makes it crazy, right? You don't have to see a black person to be able to hate them. Because all these people that I've met, they have never seen a black person before in their lives. But they have TVs, they have radios, they have phones, they have schools, they learn about it. They learn about other races. They have parents.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They have parents that will tell them about it. Be like, hey, baby boy, whenever you go to a gas station, just make sure to look over your back. If you see a man that's a little melanated in his skin, just you be careful. You don't have to be in a town with like diverse people to it says so what you're treating a grown adult as if they didn't know anything because most don't. Have you seen how people vote today in America? Have you seen how people don't even know what they're voting for? People do not even and I'm gonna just say it like this. Nobody is educated. Nobody knows anything. We pretend like we do. We pretend like we know shit, but we really don't. I don't know shit. But I'm gonna give you the chance to learn. Well, that's a whole different thing, Dom. How is it different? I agree with trying to teach someone, but not treating them like they don't know anything since hate is learned. Well, I'm not saying like treating them like a baby. I'm saying you're still my friend, though. Like being my friend and being treated like a baby are two different things. You could be my friend. I'm gonna tell you though. I'm gonna be like, yo, that's a little crazy of a take that you just told me. I don't agree with it, but that's a little crazy take. But I'm not gonna baby you. You're comparing apples to oranges here. I'm just saying I'm not gonna treat you like a baby. I'm saying that you're gonna be. I could call you my friend easily. I could easily call you my friend, but I'm not gonna sit here and treat you like a baby. So I think that's that. Well, you're deaf babying a grown person in the modern day and age who doesn't know what race is, because that's the thing you don't understand, Kitty. You were born in one of the most diverse places in America, literally the most diverse place in America. These people don't know anything. These people don't know anything about that. Because the thing is, I've gone there. I've gone to Idaho where there's literally nothing but Confederate flags pulled up next to houses. They don't know. They grow up and they learn it. I'm hoping that they can unlearn it and maybe be a little better at it. $50 on red or black, Dom. I would put it on red. I always put it on red. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to baby them, but you're still my friend. At the end of the day, like, I'm not gonna be fake. Idaho? Yeah, I've been to Idaho. Idaho is right next to where I live, and there's a lot of racist motherfuckers there on some serious shit. I'm being so fair with you. I just don't think the way that Vanilla handled it was very, because they're supposed to be, I guess, technically friends. And then in this video, she's like, yeah, no, I agree with you, in the sense of like this, and that. And then she comes out with, I don't agree. Well, I'm only saying it because of my experience. Like, I've seen it. I've seen people that have never experienced in their lives, and then they suddenly come into the military, and then they do experience it. Teach someone, but a racist doesn't need to be in my friend group. And that's where we differ. Right? The thing is that I'm kind of in the situation where there's a lot of people in the military that are kind of weird with their thinking. And you have to sit there and it's a little weird when you're in the military. But we have different experiences, and that's why my thoughts form a little differently. But racist doesn't need to be. That's where my native's at. Where, in Idaho? Deadass? No way. There's a lot of racists in Idaho. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Oz.
Needs to be at the forefront of every single.
I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna fight hate with hate.
If you want to
on some serious shit, I
maintain
can't
a
do that.
relationship with a horrible person, you need to actively be working every day to try and change them. Not just, oh, well, we're buddies, we're friends. Like, this means more than our friendship. Yes, it does.
People online were genuinely upset with her statement, and don't worry, we have more to go through inside of this VOD, but it just feels very odd to say this, especially when, again, you're an adult, you're older, you can choose to have these people around you. It's not like you're forced to be around people who have these ideas, but she does go into a story where QT
Dominicans are Afro-Latinos, so I wouldn't accept any racist into my circle. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's true. That's what I'm saying. It's like different type of mindsets, right? Like the way you grow up, what you have around you. It's like It's very different. Like, you know how here people are saying like, oh, we don't want immigrants in our borders and stuff like that. Well, I wouldn't agree. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like this country. Okay, we're getting into it. Okay. Let me just say something. I know Black Puppy is not the same. Back in Ecuador, right? This is what I'm talking about. Different places mean different. You know how people say like, this country's based on like immigration, like immigrants and like people coming to this country, right? Well, back in Ecuador, it's the opposite. There's a lot of natives in Ecuador, right? So the way that we think over here, where it's like, oh yeah, no, this country's based on like immigration, bring a lot of people in here, and like, oh, this and that. I have family over there that the way they say it, they explain it to me. They're like, we don't want immigrants coming to Ecuador because this is native land. This is native land. There's a lot of indigenous people that live in Ecuador, right? And they're like there's a lot of people from other Hispanic countries that are coming here, and they're taking the land, and that sounds racist. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, when you hear that coming from a place like this, that sounds kind of weird, right? I'm kind of like, wait, over here that sounds kind of bad, but when you think about it, over there, that was your land first, technically, indigenous land. I know, Black Puppy. I just think it's the fact that, like, where you're kind of settled at, where you're kind of like your environment is kind of definitely what affects your thinking, for sure. I love that meme. I know, Black Puppy. Your mic is ass, Dom. Hey, you don't say that. Find a move to Ecuador. JK, I value my life. Yeah. Is my mic still bad? Hold up. Blah 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 blah. Blah, blah. It's a cable down here that's kind of fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But yeah, I just think it's just a difference of environments. Different environments will make you think different things. I'm very open-minded on things. I like to understand things more than I like to fight things off.
Yes, with her father.
We're about to get to the end of this anyways.
Because of a stepbrother she has that is trans, and him not being able to accept that and using the wrong pronouns consistently.
My stepbrother is trans, and my dad refuses to use the correct pronouns. He doesn't understand why it's so important, right? And it drives me crazy, and it drives my stepbrother crazy, of course. But I've had to say to my dad, it's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt you to say the correct pronouns, but it does. Oh
my God, bro, I'm so sorry, Vanilla, but you are. Oh my God, you are agreeing with
hurt
everything
him when you say the wrong
here.
one. You know what the difference is I'm able to have this conversation with my dad because I'm open-minded and we love each other. My stepbrother just says off and won't talk to my dad, so there's no progress being made. And so you can believe what you want. You can say that. You can say to me, no, you're supporting it. I'm not. I don't support that my father is transphobic at times. I don't support that, but I still love my dad, and I'll go to coffee with him tomorrow, but I don't support that.
Again, I feel like the conversation gets a little bit harder, specifically when it comes to family members and someone like your father, but the same sentiment still stands. At what point do you realize this person is beyond rehabilitation?
In the win
So
with
I think
Zen
that's the only thing I could say. Just because I could say, like, I'm down to talk to somebody, down to see if I could change your opinion, not opinion, but down to make you understand my opinion, right? It doesn't mean I'm agree with you forever. It doesn't mean I'm gonna keep you by my side forever. Like, if you don't understand, we do not, meet eye to eye eventually, like, and you stay the type of person you are. Ads, am I right? I know, bro. It's
beyond any type of help you can provide them. It's beyond any of that, especially if the person that they're directly harming with their comments, the things that they're saying, is done with them and cannot accept them. You still trying to rehabilitate them in your own way seems to not be working. Just if you're gonna again just treat them like a normal person. Again, I feel like I understand it gets weird when it becomes like your father, but at a certain point in time, you do just have to realize these people are beyond any type of help.
And that's true.
Like you were
I agree with that too.
Provide them, especially since even in her own story, she doesn't mention any type of progress she made with her father. She did mention that she's still going to go out to coffee with him, but didn't mention, oh yeah, he changed in this way, he changed in that way. Just that you are still trying to change him and help him with no real progress being mentioned at any point in time. And I feel like
it's so important to, like, as someone who's very open-minded, to be around closed-minded people and show them.
I think that's what it is. I think I'm just very open-minded. I think that's what it is.
That it's okay to be open-minded is actually one of the most important things you can do, like, as a human. It really is. I get it. You guys can think what you think. I'm not going to change though. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I will never believe that if I'm kind to a hateful person, that means I agree with them. I will never believe that. No matter what you.
Just because I'm kind to a hateful person does not mean I agree with them. That's so facts. On some
you guys say, I won't believe it, because at the end of the day, if I'm around a racist person, I'm just not.
When is there too open-minded? Too open-minded. I think if you start asking, no, never mind. When does that become naivety? I think it depends on the situation, but if, let's say we're talking about this, if you if you are someone that is very, very, let's say, racist, someone that's very racist, right? And I'm open-minded enough to give you a chance, right? And I see that your behavior never changes. And I'm like, well, you know what? You're my BFF for life. Oh my God. No, he's just, and then I'll defend you no matter what. I think that's when open-minded becomes a little bit of a naivety. I think for this situation, at least, right? I think you see, I'm open-minded, yes, but I think I'm logical enough to understand that, right? I feel like it's not black or white. It's always gray. You always have to kind of figure out what's your next way to solve the problem. Thanks for not mentioning my name, Dom. Don't worry, Eric. I got you, my racist boy.
Racist. I'm not. Me, I am not. They are. Yes. But how am I supposed to help them ever? By cutting them off? No.
Cutting them off after a certain point definitely will help, because at a certain point, you're just becoming an enabler of this behavior. Unless you're challenging them literally 24/7, the basis of every single one of their arguments has to be a challenging of their views. And if that's not the case, then you really are just enabling them, treating them like they're...
But that's the thing. That's the thing. I feel like it's not even just like it's enabling at a certain point, right? But then after a while, like at the beginning, you're really just like, that's why like when Eric tells me something that I don't agree, I'm like Eric, that's crazy to say. Don't say it. That's kind of wild. But like me and Eric will joke around, right? But I'll tell him, and I think like Eric knows how I feel about certain shit, and I'll make that, let it be known, right? So I'm not saying that Eric is racist, by the way. I'm not. I'm just saying that Eric is edgy. Eric is edgy, and I know he does like I let him know with certain things that I don't agree with him on. I'm not calling you racist, Eric. Just like about the guy cutting you. What guy cutting me? Oh yeah, that was hilarious. I'm making popcorn right now. Fuck yeah, man. But that's the thing. I think there's a point where you enable it, and there's a point where like a person will understand how you feel, and then that's when, you know, that's where you kind of maneuver things. I think it's because she brings her dad up, which is a terrible example. I guess it was just a life example that she had. I don't know if she has any other examples to bring up, but I guess that was like the only example she had.
They're just another human being. Even though they might think black people don't deserve any type of rights, even though they might disrespect trans people, gay people, talk about how they don't deserve rights, how their beliefs aren't valid. That's not your friend Joey or Zoe being quirky. It's them being a bigot and a racist, and
But that's how you separate people more. If we don't try to at least help you, guess what? That's exactly why the incel community became such a big community. That's exactly why a lot of young men, whenever they realize, oh my God, I can't find a girlfriend. Oh my God, women hate me. I have no one to turn to. Wait, there's other guys that are kind of like me. Oh my God, aren't women horrible to us? Aren't women horrible to us? Whenever you don't have an outlet to talk to people about these certain things, they start kind of forming their own little ball of shit. I think it's fine to talk to people about certain shit like this. It says, I think it's because she brings up her dad, and it's a terrible example. 1, family. 2, she def been trying for a long time to change his mind, and he won't. So her views are kind of disproven with family. That's what I'm saying. It depends. The family's a little weird because you can't get rid of family. That's kind of different, right? Yo, Gunplay! Oh my goodness, my boy, how you doing? I hope you're doing great, my guy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, my boy, my broski. My broski. Yo, we're talking about having a round 2 for the fights. When we go to the Poconos. Talking about having round 2. That's gangster. Facts. That's my boy right there. He's like, keep going. I'm almost done. And if she's bringing up her dad, why didn't she use another example of an actual friend she managed to change? I don't know. I'm not in her mind. But I could definitely tell you some examples of myself. I'm telling you, being in the military, you definitely you definitely understand the way I could use some examples myself, like if that's what you're looking for, because over here there's like some people that are very, I would say, you know, they're very not hateful, but they're very closed-minded. The way I am as a person and the way like I talk about certain things. I remember we were having a debate once, and they were talking about like, I don't know, some controversial shit, and I brought in my 2 cents, and they were like I guess they didn't expect that out of me, but I was just like yeah, like no, that's how it should be. And he was like, well, it would be nice if things were like that, but things aren't going to be like that. And I was like, no, but like at least like I'm making it clear to you that things could get better. And I think, you know, that did help out the situation with that person later on. If she's bringing up her dad, why she blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyways, I have gone through situations like that, and that's why I can kind of say yes, it does work.
Something that should not be accepted. The patterns that she's more seeming to build is the having them not be racist, transphobic, or homophobic around her, which doesn't make it any better, because just because they're not doing it around her doesn't mean they are not doing it at all.
I also think a lot of people are misinterpreting a little bit about like what I'm saying too. I don't judge my stepbrother for not talking to my
No, not at all.
dad. My stepbrother
his
is allowed
are
to
valid.
do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He is so allowed to be pissed at my dad, and clearly like my dad is very hurtful when he uses the wrong pronouns. It makes me sad, right? It makes me very, very sad, and that's totally fine that that's his boundary. However, I simply believe that I can coach people into love, and I know that insane of me to say, but I do think I can get my dad to not be transphobic eventually. I believe
But that's
that.
the thing.
I think maybe that's just. I think that's just an open-minded thing. I feel like maybe I'm too open-minded. Maybe that's just me. That's just how I feel. I'm being so fair with you. I think.
And it's
I just
happened.
believe it.
Like there are so many stories
I'm like,
of people.
how can other people not be open-minded? Like, how am I the only? Like, how is it so hard to be so open-minded? Because I don't think of things as in black and white. I think like no, bro. I think of everything as in gray. Because there's always more to it than just being black and white.
Out there
I hate
being
things
like,
being
like
either
quite
right or
literally
left,
being like,
wrong
oh,
or
I
right.
quite literally was racist, or I was homophobic, or I was XYZ, whatever, transphobic. And then they literally are like, and then I met someone who either was one of these or something like that. And then like you see these people, and then I feel like people, like I'll see videos like that, and then people be like, wow, people can change. That's so amazing.
I have the privilege.
true.
I
That's
have
true.
the privilege. I need to use it, right? I'm a straight white woman. It'd be insane if I didn't use the privilege that I have to help people navigate their bigotry.
Don't get me wrong, I definitely do feel like if you have conversations with certain people who do have these ideas, you can try and change their mind. Obviously,
Facts.
just doing nothing about it is going to consistently have them think the same thing. But then we come to that same roadblock where it's like, all right, when is enough enough? I can't be friends with somebody
I think that depends on the person, and then that'll say more about you than anything. To be
and
honest.
in 3 years into our friendship, I'm still trying to challenge them and convince them to not be homophobic. At a certain point, you just gotta cut those people off, especially when you don't believe in the things that they believe in. That's just not gonna work out. Along with the fact that I am happy in this segment that QT did acknowledge her privilege, because that's what a lot of people were also pointing at her, saying that this is a very privileged take, and she understands it herself.
Yeah, well, we're done. All right, well, I think we're done with this. All right, let's see.
She's a straight white woman, so she's going to be around these people the most, and they're not going to target her with any of this bigotry. So I am happy she did acknowledge that. This take is still crazy in my eyes.
Well, basically all this. Okay, that's done. We're done with this. All this came out of the fact that she hangs out with Fays, and a lot of people are calling Fays, pieces of shit, and they're homophobes and they're racist and all this and that. And my guy, my peoples. Like I said, I've watched a lot of streamers for the past couple of years. I started off with Wubby, and he got the same treatment from people. People used to call him a piece of shit because he used to be unhinged. But, like, he was never a bad person. He used to get called a piece of shit, bro. One of the kindest dudes on Twitch, in my opinion, one of the kindest dudes on Twitch. Posted progress of the church in Maine. Bet, Bucky. We're about to go check it out because I think we're done with drama. But when I started watching, let's say, Jason the Ween, one of the FaZe guys, 2.5 years ago, yo, they were young. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like they were in their early 20s, like maybe around there. I saw clips and I saw his community, and I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they were a little immature, bro. They've come a long way. They've come a long way, bro. So for people that don't know that community, and for them to come in here, oh my God, you have such a toxic community. You have such a piece of shit community. You don't know shit. You don't know shit, man. Like I'm being so fair with you. You don't know shit. People just look at clips and then they want to make the opinion they want to make. But regardless, okay, we're done. We are done. Any whoosies, any what's we watched that. I think we're done. With all this shit. Yo, Vanilla I'm sorry, but she makes, oh my gosh, she makes me feel like okay. No, regardless, that's it. It just sounds so super fake. That's it. It just sounds super fake. Any whoosies. All right. Posted progress to the church on Maine. Well, I'm gonna play music and honestly, it's funny. That's not the only thing going on Twitch right now. There's so much else, like so much more going on Twitch. But we are done with drama for today. We are done with drama today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Play song from promo. Oh yeah. My bad. Let me go check it out. Boom boom. Let me check it out. But you see, Kitty, like one thing I like you see how we can have a conversation about it. You see how like we can talk about it. You might not agree with me, and I might not agree with you. But at the end of the day, self promo. One thing that I don't like about other creators that they do is the moment that they get a little flag from their chat and they're like L opinion or L response. They're like, oh no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Actually, you guys are so right. I am so sorry. Amateur. That's what I'm fucking saying, bro. I am so sorry that I made you feel the way you felt. I want to make sure that none of you ever feel like you're not heard. Oh my God, I am so sorry. Are you okay? I'll make sure to better my actions. We're having a fucking conversation, man.